Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nicole Henry and today I have some new stuff for you. I'm sure you probably heard of them already anyways, but I'm gonna treat them like they're new. It's a new day, so let's look at it that way. Alright, so in my last videos I've been talking about the 12 mental faculty, the 12 centers of our mind, the mental faculties, right? And I told you what they are, even give you the colors and stuff like that, but I haven't yet gone into depth about their seriously true abilities. Well, today I want to tell you about 3 spiritual faculties, okay? 3 spiritual faculties that every one of us should be aspiring to, because when those are given to us by her spirit, then we get to rule as God, yo. Okay? We get to rule as God. So, I want to quickly recap the 12 mental faculties for those that are watching this video and have not yet seen the others. I like to do that in the videos. Just a recap real quickly as to what they are in us, in our minds. And we need to harness them, we need to discipline them, and get them working in alignment with our being, with our mind. Okay, the first one is faith, love, strength, wisdom, power, imagination, understanding, willpower, order, zeal, elimination, and life. Those are the 12 mental faculties within us that enables us to achieve greatness. Okay, and we need to identify ourselves with them and as to how they relate to our mind and our well-being. Okay, knowing them is your life. Okay, your life depends on it, guys. But you're gonna see when I reveal to you these 3 spiritual faculties, because then you will see how they relate to your mind, and then you will see your true connection, because we are aware that we're a trifold being, right? Not only in a dual being on this level where we're physical and spiritual, but the totality of our being is trifold, right? We're spirit and we're soul and we're in a body, right? But the soul, like I said before in one of my videos, what the soul is your mind, your will, and your emotion, right? So the mind of the soul has these seeds, these 12 centers that needs to be activated, disciplined, and to be awakened in us to serve us, right? So when I unfold these 3 spiritual faculties, you're gonna see how they relate, guys. And then you're gonna have questions, because I too have questions, right? You're gonna ask yourself, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. Okay, let me just tell you what they are, so you can see. You're gonna start wondering, like, wow, really? Okay, so why is it so, right? All right, the first faculty of this first spiritual faculty, guys, and this is given to you by the Spirit. This is not something that you study and learn and earn. This is what the Father gives it to you. Like he gives you this, right? Because on a spiritual level, the Father don't want you to know things mentally. Okay? He wants you to actually become it, the thing itself. You get to actually become the thing, whatever that is. You get to become it, and that's what the Father goal is for us. Okay, which to become Himself, to become God, right? So the first faculty of the Spirit is the spirit of intuition. Wow, intuition, a powerful word. Guys. Intuition is the boss, you know what I'm saying? Intuition is insight, right? This is insight. This is when you're in the Spirit, guys. In the Spirit, this is insight that the Spirit imparts to you, right? And you can only get it from the Spirit. You can only get it from the spirit. It's not. It's you can't get it through intellectual studies. It only comes through the spirit. And intuition is amazing. You'll be surprised of its abilities, what the intuition is. And let me just give you a little taste of it. It's the capacity of knowing everything, knowing and understanding everything as God revealed, unfolded in you. You get the inside, it's like it reveals the inner thing of a thing, the inner workings of a thing. Like you're exposed to that, how things, like the inner meaning, the innerness, the Father take you in and show you, man. That's what every being should be aspiring to. And like I said, I just want to say this. We know that God is unsearchable. We will never know his depth. His depths are unknown. So, but with this faculty that the Father would impart to you, the spiritual faculty called intuition, he will give you a knowledge. I mean, it's a capacity of knowing everything. He gives you the knowingness of whatever it is you desire. And no matter what it is you desire, there's no limit to what the Father would reveal to you through this faculty called intuition. When the Father imparts it to you. Wow. Amazing. And then you have the second one. Now here is the one now that I really want you guys to think about, right? And I always talk about this one and kind of tell you how they crown him Kings of Kings and he's the Lord of Lords and all this stuff, of the minds, okay? And then you're going to understand, you're going to see why I even question this too, because one of the spiritual faculty, and mind you, not the mental faculty, like I said, he's also mental faculty, but the next one is the faculty of imagination. The spirit as a faculty of imagination. And that imagination is in us on a mind level, on a mental level, that enable us to create things. So what that tells you about imagination and as a spiritual faculty, that's the same being that the Father used to create everything that we see, right? So you see why you're God, you're the Son of God? Because the very imagination, that very faculty that the Father used to create stuff is also you to create the things that you create. So what that makes you? And who is he in you, really? That's the Christ. That is the creative power and wisdom of God in you. And guess what the third one is? And I told you the Father is giving that one to initiate all the other faculties on the mental level, right? The will. So not only do you have a faculty of the will, of the mind called the will, you also have a faculty of the spirit called the will. All right, let me back that up. Okay, I said that intuition is insight, right? These are like, the inner circle when you get in, you're privy to certain exclusive knowledge. You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing, So when the Father brings you into that circle, like the holies of holies now, this is like India with him, you know what I'm saying? You're like in the spirit world, man. And he gives you, and he started revealing to you whatever your desire is. You know what I'm saying? The Father gives you the knowledge of it. You become it. You actually become the thing, right? So you're not only getting the knowledge and the understanding, you're getting the experience of the thing. You get to know what it is. Oh my God, I think it should be the aspiration of every man in this world, is to aspire to the kingdom within us, which, by harnessing these 12 mental faculties that we have, so we can be privy to the Father can just freely give us access to these other faculties of our being. And imagination now, even though I see them, that's something, imagination, make him be your friend. Okay? Let the imagination be your guide. Let the imagination be everything you want to be, because that being right there is also a faculty of the spirit. And that faculty gives you vision. You want to see? Get connected with your imagination. And that the raised up imagination, when the Father gives you that faculty called imagination in the spirit level, then you see everything. It's vision. Inside vision. Oh my God, this is amazing. Oh my goodness, this is awesome. The will. What is the will? Motivation. When you see all of this, right? When the Father brings you into the holies of holy, that inner circle, that private circle that the imagination just freely walked in and whatever, right? Just imagine, right? That will, because that will, the third one is the will, right? And the will is motivation. The motivation, your mental motivation after getting access to the faculty of the will in the spirit world is always to do the will of God. It's only to do the will of God. Because you are inside and you see all this greatness and stuff. You want to impart that. You're motivated to share that, to give that, to become that in yourself. And to share it with others and everything like that. So these are the 3 spiritual faculties that is known to the mind. I mean, I'm sure there's more. Like I said, God is unsearchable. We'll never know his depth. But at least if we start with the 12 mental disciplines that he has given us, right? And said, okay, these are your disciplines that you must call for it, activate, get to know, realize, and all these things. And that's the kingdom, right? And that when you get to that level, when you get to that level of yourself, he brings you higher into the spirit aspect of your being, and gives you these faculties and say, okay, become whatever you desire to know. The Father gives you everything, gives you the whole everything is exposed to you. That's why the spirit is so amazing, and that should be the goal of every man in this world, is to really get to really worship God on a spiritual level, because it is necessary for us to truly experience the words as spirit, to give you the experience of it, So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. That is what I wanted to share with you today. That the Lord, who is your mind, the Lord thy God, wants you. He wants to give himself to you, because by giving you this faculties, essentially that's what he's doing. He's literally giving up everything, because intuition on a mystical level means the capacity of knowing, of understanding all things. Whatever it is you desire to know, he gives it to you. It's like nothing he withholds from you when you reach it, when he gives it that capacity. Whatever you desire is unfold to you, is told to you, is shown to you. You become that. And you can only become a thing by knowing it through that capacity called intuition and imagination and will, which is also faculties of the mind. So you see why you and God are one? You see, there's no separation. You see how he has given us himself to us. That's what makes us a son of God. You see that? I hope you guys are seeing that. And I hope you guys, like I said in my other video, on a mental level, what the imagination is. The power of the imagination is a picture forming faculty of the mind. Even on this level, that's what the general meaning is. But the imagination is your creative power. And wisdom is intuitive knowledge. The knowledge that gives you knowing, understanding, and the ability to do it. To become it. Not do it, to become it. Because on the mind level, you in the capacity of wisdom, right? Wisdom actually gives you the ability to do something. You can do it. You can apply knowledge and get results. But on the mystical level, the faculty of intuitive knowing is actually you becoming the thing that you desire. Oh my God. With that ability, you rule as God, guys. I'm saying God is like, is something to just really desire and aspire to know more and more of, because you become lighter, freer, lovelier. You know what I'm saying? It's like all of these beautiful spiritual feeling and emotion that comes through knowing these qualities within our beings. It just radiates like just pure energy through you, you know? It's like it really dissolves a lot of things, baggage, old ways that you see no longer serve. They just fall off. It's like when you start coming into these kind of awareness and to see how powerful you are, and to know that you have this amazing majestic being inside of you as yourself. Come on, guys, man. There's nothing more beautiful than that. Nothing more beautiful than that. There's no fear. Fear doesn't come from God. The healthy kind of fear that God gives you, which is a spirit of fear, and I talk about in my other video about the 7 spirits of the Lord, which is our mind, okay? And the fear of the Lord is one of them. That fear is a healthy fear. It's a fear that hates evil. The fear of the Lord is to hate what is evil, right? And so if you're hating what is evil, then it's a healthy fear, because you know what? You know you're on the side of righteousness, and that's the right side to be on, right? The Father has not given us the spirit of fear. You know what He give us? What He give that spirit in us that He calls our son, His son, and makes us His child? He has given that spirit love, right? And love is the idea of oneness. We see love enable us to see our oneness with our Father, right? He gave us the spirit of power, which is ability. We have the ability to do things, right? And it's the underlying current in everything too. The power of everything, power of love, power everywhere, right? And give us the spirit of love, the spirit of power, and the spirit of a sound mind. There's no error in our thinking in God. Like a sound mind, your error thinking is a thing of the past, because now you come into truth. And that freedom, there's no error in that freedom. There's no wrongness in that freedom. You're free from all of these ism and just disconnection, because you're in the connection of the true connection. You understand? The world is where you get those things from. And let me tell you this. The world is the enemy of God. Because in the world, oh my God, guys, we get everything that we don't want. The stress, the disease, the fear, the anxiety, hunger, everything that is not godly is of the world. And if you're not in connection with God, then you're connected to the world, and I'm telling you, they will drive you to drink, to drugs, to everything that is bad. I know you guys can relate to me. You've seen it for yourself. You've been a part of it. I've been a part. They stress me the hell out. That's why I seek to disconnect myself from them. And I'm telling you guys, that's the thing we ought to be doing. Disconnect ourselves from the world. It's not serving us. It's doing us a huge disservice to our true abilities, like to get to really bring forth and manifest this really beautiful mind that the Father has blessed us with, and endowed us with His powers. The very power that he has used to create the universe, he put it himself in us. The imagination. You've seen it as a spiritual faculty. I tell you what they are. Intuition, imagination, will. Those are spiritual factor, which is insight, vision, and motivation. Right? So it's like, why would I want to be connected to the world when that's where my stress and disease and all these other things and just mental breakdowns and mental disconnect and everything that is wrong for me exists. I don't want to be associated with that anymore. Disconnect yourself from the world. Connect yourself with what is true and what is real. And the reality is the truth that is changeless. The truth that is the same yesterday, today, and forever. That's what we need to we really truly need to connect ourselves to. Because look, when you find and when this spirit become upon you, right? Because hey, listen, let me tell you this too, guys, quickly. The faculty of the will, it's synonymous to the breath of life. Yes, cool stuff, right? So, guys, I think we should just keep on this path and it's getting deeper into God and to see what we're fully made of. Because in God is the right knowledge of ourselves, the right understanding of ourselves, and the right application of ourselves. When we align ourselves to these way of thinking, these thoughts, and these words become a part of our like he said, let me tell you another thing that he said. He said, I will write them in your mind and I will put them in your heart. I will put them in your mind and write them on your heart. And I tell you what the heart is. On the spiritual level, the heart is love. And the subconscious level, I told you what the heart is. What it's capable of. It's a subconscious mind, right? Good and evil comes out of that. So but here's the deal. If you continuously take in, appropriate these mental faculties, these words and their abilities in you as spirit beings, that's what they really are. Because like I said before, the words are spirit, and appropriate them and making impressions in your subconscious mind with them. Doesn't matter the outpouring to the world of those things in it. The world is gonna hate you because you're projecting the opposite of what it is. It's stress, it's disease, it's anxieties, it's guilt, it's all that is evil and bad. And here you are coming in with your peace, undisturbed. You're exuding love and joy, like, oh my God, just overflowing with those things. And they're looking like, oh my God, look, all this chaos going in the world, this girl is so chill. With all that's going on, she's so unbothered. I mean, that's who doesn't want that? Let me tell you guys, the more you get to know this, all of these other things that you were just so preoccupied in your mind with just falls off. Cause like, damn, these shit aren't important anymore. I'm not giving attention to them anymore. Because attention gives life to what you focus in your mind, that you focus in your mind. It expands it, right? So when you start giving attention to these centers in your mind, you're essentially expanding them, and the expansion comes into your world, and people start seeing you for the light that is in you. You see? That's why I said, let the light in you shine so bright they will see the Father in you. That's the goal. When intuition starts flowing, and because like I said, intuition is the capacity of knowing, understanding anything, everything, right? And it comes through the spirit. And when you're speaking, right, and the Father just flowing these awesome wisdom through you, and you're looking like, and people looking at like, who the hell is this person? Even you impressed because you didn't even know the wisdom that's pouring out of your mouth. And it's like, damn, I didn't know that. Because now all of this knowledge and wisdom is coming through the spirit. You're essentially allowing the spirit now to take over, and you becoming all of this, experiencing all of this, sharing all of this. Who doesn't want that? Oh my God. I do. Because that's how you get to rule as God. And that is God's plan for us. Is for us to rule as him, you know? So, anyways, I just wanted to share with you guys that listen, there's so much more to know about this beautiful Father in us and his Son, you know? And the more you get to know these words and activate them and bring them to life in you and let them do what they does best, let them do what they do best, then you really start living. Because all the things that we get so preoccupied and distracted about just falls away. And so guys, I want you to come back. I have more to tell you. I want to go into those mental faculties one by one and really tell you and show you like how powerful they are in you and what they're capable of doing for you and to you, and that you can actually become them when the Father endows you with his Holy Spirit, you know, and gives you those additional faculties, you know, so you can become those things, man. You know what I'm saying? You are it. That's awesome. But anyways, come back for more video, and thank you for watching. And I am so excited about this, guys. We are solving the disconnect. Let's get back to the true roots. Okay? Let's get back to spirit. All right. Have a good one, guys. Thanks.